after the fight or during the pressers leading up, Davis camp was saying that the Ryan Garcia camp had a mole in their camp. Someone was telling the Davis camp what was going on, and then right after the fight ended, a Mongolian kid, 5-0, his long Mongolian name, I don't have it in front of me, but he basically went on Twitter and said, "Yeah, hey Ryan, I hurt you. I injured you to the body." Is broken English. I injured you to the body during camp, and that's exactly what happened. So it sounds like this kid who was in camp must have scored some body shots on Garcia, some good ones, and somehow word got back to Tank. Sounds like someone must have been telling Tank's team, like, "Hey, he can be hurt to the body," and they were basically telling him, "You got a rat in your camp." And then Ryan tweeted something out after the fight saying, "What a disgrace that I had someone." And I want to get your thoughts on that, but I say if someone is in your camp telling other people what's happening, that's so unprofessional and so out of line and could potentially cost someone, especially a fight of this magnitude, have tens of millions of dollars in implications. If that is what happened, I hope that other fighters and other trainers are watching and I don't care what your feelings are on someone. Sparring is sparring. There should be some code of conduct there. It should almost be like an ethical violation to go in camp, get hired by someone, do work for them, then go tell his opponent what's going on. That's a huge breach of trust, and I hope that if that did happen, that everyone in the community knows who this kid is and is aware that he would do something like this, because that's completely out of line. What are your thoughts?
Well, they're all aware now because it's out there, and he's out there giving a video, and maybe he wanted that, in his mind, that fame, that publicity. I think that's probably what it is. In his mind, he probably wants fame. He wants a little attention. He thinks he's getting attention. I don't think it's good attention. As you just said, I agree with you. And I wouldn't use him in a camp, to be quite frank. But having said all that, it's not the first time. This stuff happens. There's stuff leaked. There's been stuff leaked in the camps over the 45 years that I've been involved, training fighters and everything, close to 50 years now. I've seen it. It's been out there where information is passed on from somebody who was in camp, and stuff. So it's nothing new. I have to laugh a little bit, like if they're going to make this big deal about, how he could have in some way tipped the scales one way or the other as far as what happened in the ring. Are you going to tell me that if it wasn't for this tip, that Tank wasn't going to go to the body? I gotta laugh. Let me laugh a little more. Oh, I had to get that out of me. I mean, yeah. So if they didn't give that tip, if this kid didn't tip them off, he wasn't going to the body. Please stop. All right. So.
I agree with you regarding the strategy, but I just think it's such a dirty dog scumbag move to be in camp.
It's not nice.
Working for a guy and then telling people, hey, here's what's happening.
Character.
If you don't like the guy who hired you and you don't like Garcia, you don't like something about him, so don't do work with him. Just mind your business and move it on. Be a professional. Anyway, well, I think we covered just about everything. We're coming off of, what are we coming off of? Listen, I was into a little bit of a religious theme. I'm going to stay with it. Yeah. We're coming off of Easter with all the great religious movies that are out there around Easter time. I know I like watching some of them. The one about Christ, where obviously before the Last Supper with all his disciples, where he was saying people are going to betray him at this table, right? Yeah,
you're right. And then the one guy, what was his name? I guess I don't like to remember bad people's names. Judas, where he took how many pieces of silver did he get for that? He got whatever,
a couple of shekels.
Yeah, it was a certain amount of pieces of silver, whatever it was, that he got to betray, Jesus. And then at the end, when he saw what his betrayal did, and he saw Jesus being crucified, he gave the silver back, but it was too late. The act was done. There's nothing worse than betrayal. I think that's one of the weakest human conditions out there, quite frankly, is lack of loyalty. I think one of the strongest is loyalty, and one of the weakest is betrayal. But that's my personal feeling. But yeah, I agree with you, Ken, with what you said. But as far as how did did it actually? I have to laugh again. Did it actually? Influence the outcome of the fight? No, that's absurd.
No, of course not. But if anyone would, if anyone I know that would not appreciate that lack of loyalty, it would have been you. So
Yeah.
I was expecting you to be like, yeah, that kid's dead to me.
Yeah.